Sola Marati.
Hi.
Hi, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me
Go
again.
ahead and have a seat. All right, so how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Just great. All right, so last time we stopped with you and your wife. We were discussing you and the problems you and your wife were having. Go ahead and
Right.
tell me about those.
Right. Okay. You know, trying to figure out where I'm going to start. I think majority of the problems that we've been having have been, decisions because we're newlyweds and or we've been newly married now for about 3 years, and we have two kids, like I said, and just decisions and trying to determine how our lives will be, things like where the kids will go to school, the type of upbringing we want to instill in our house, things like that. Things like just decisions where we would live. We were thinking about buying a house together, and we kind of work on different ends of the city. So we, naturally, it's like, where are we gonna get a house? Are we gonna determine that we're gonna get a house in a place that's affordable or a place that's expensive or somewhere that's that's close to, or at least kind of midway to our jobs and stuff like that. And also thinking about where the kids will go to school. I personally didn't mind them going to a public school, but she wants them to go to a private school and things like that. The expenses involved in that. So all in all, lately it's been a slew of you know decision making. And I believe that being the head of the household, that as much as we're combining our thoughts together and brainstorming and things like that, that at the end of the day, there's some kind of stalemate. I should be able to make those decisions, and she thinks that she knows what's best for the house and what's best for the kids. So it's been a tug of war, for lack of a better word, and I just it's been kind of it's been kind of putting a strain on our relationship, as of late, because I just kind of want things to go smoothly, but it just hasn't been going that way. So there was a particular incident, with the kids. Right now, they're still going to the previous school that they were going to, and like I said, we've been trying to determine where we want our kids to go to school, but because of the fact that we can't actually come to a conclusion or a decision on where we want our house to be, our kids' school is on hold, and also, being that we have little kids, that would, I mean, we would need to determine how we're going to pick the kids up if they go to private school, who is going to be at home, are we going to hire, some kind of help, some kind of nanny or something like that for the kids, and all these things are various expenses, and I just believe that left to me, I can make these decisions. I can come up with these solutions, but she wants to be involved in the process, and it's taken a while, and right now, like I said, it's just been putting a strain on the relationship. I really want to be able to know how to tackle these kinds of problems. Just if I should just let her have her way, or if I should be able to have my say. Anyway, so I guess in a nutshell, that's kind of what's been going on.
Okay, what I hear when you're talking, you mentioned two things that stuck out to me. You said, should I let her have her way, or should I have the final say so? Sometimes she wants to lead, and I just feel like as head of household. Have you guys had problems with power? Well, have you guys had problems with power struggles in your relationship before marriage?
I mean, I don't think there's ever been a power struggle. I've been, um, I'd always been able to kind of like handle these kinds of situations, but at the same time, I know that living together or being married is kind of a different ballgame, and especially that we have kids and we're really trying to make some kind of concrete decisions on our life, for the future. I understand that her being a strong woman, also she wants to make sure that we're making the right decisions. So I won't call it a power struggle. It's just that at the end of the day, this is kind of putting a hold on future plans. And like at this point, I want to be able to tackle this. Using wisdom. One of the reasons why I came to you is because you're a fellow woman, and you could be able to help me understand from a woman's perspective, or at least how to think like a woman, so that I know how to thread softly and I don't create strain in our marriage. So like I said, I for one wouldn't call it a power struggle. It's just something that needs to be done. And right now it's just taking too long. We're losing money, and I don't like to lose money. So that's just what's going on.
Okay, so are you mad that it's taking a long time, or she isn't letting you make the decisions, or or a little bit of both?
I would say a little bit of both. I mean, left to me, I don't mind if she makes the decision as long as it's a good decision and we're able to make it fast. Okay, I understand that I'm not always gonna be making decisions, but I do want to be able to make majority of the difficult and tough decisions, because I feel like I'm the man of the house, and I should be able to make those decisions to lead us in whatever direction that we're going to, as long as it's something that we're both fine with.
Okay, so you said that it's never been a power struggle, that you both made the decisions prior, or you were the one making the decisions?
Majority of the decisions were being made by me.
Okay, so what changed?
That's why I'm here. Like I said, I myself, I'm not sure exactly what changed. It may be a combination of the fact that we weren't married then, and we're married now, and she feels a sense of security now in which she can actually express herself and be able to, say exactly how she feels about situations, or that she just understands the weight of these decisions that we're making, and she wants to make sure that we're making the right decision.
Okay.
Which so I can't say I blame her for that, but at the end of the day, like, I just feel like as much as we're equally able to make these decisions, I am capable of continuing to make these decisions like I've been making in the past. And now that we're losing money, I want to make those decisions now and move on with it. So that's just what's going on.
Do you think, just through conversations with you and your wife, do you think that at any point she feels powerless sometimes?
That's a question you're gonna have to ask my wife. It's possible that maybe sometimes I don't think that or I don't realize that she may be feeling that way. Being so used to making those decisions and just being able to make those decisions as they come. But once again, that's kind of why I want to be here, and I want to kind of hear what a fellow woman would say if there's something that I'm not seeing, or if there's something that I'm not able to see just because I'm a man. I want you to be able to kind of shed the light on those things, right?
Well, what I can say is that every woman is different. Some women like being told what to do. Some women don't. Some people do get comfortable in marriage, in which they feel like. Some people do get comfortable in marriage, in which they feel like, once I get married, now I can be myself. They hide a lot of themselves, and when they get comfortable in marriage, in marriage, they change. Now, I personally don't know your wife, but what I can say is, I want to give you guys a little homework, okay? I haven't met your wife, but what I can say is that you guys are having small disputes, but they can lead to bigger disputes if you don't talk about them. So what I want you guys to do is look at, you said you're arguing about the schools, and you're having disagreements about where you want to purchase a house. Go home and discuss the pros and cons, what you both see of each. Have a discussion about it. Maybe there's something you don't that she sees and you don't see. Maybe there are blinders that you both have in your sight. So what I want you guys to do is actually talk about it and ask your wife, do you feel powerless? You know, I didn't see this before. What's occurring now that you want to have such an input? You know, have a discussion about it. I think that's the best thing to do in this situation because every woman is different. What I may say may be totally different from what your wife may say.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, I would do just that, you know, and see how it goes, and I'll come back and let you know my results, you know.
Okay, well, we've run out of time, and I thank you so much for being so open with me today.
Thank you so much for your time.
Okay. Well, it's nice seeing you again.
You too. Thank you.